You guys asked for this one. I'm very sorry, Myrtle, but we're going to have to talk just a little bit of shit about you today.
We told about it. We completely ignored it. We kind of knew it would happen. We don't have to.
Nasty.
Now this one we had fights about. It's going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart. For anybody wondering, this is Myrtle. She is a 51-year-old Viscount caravan, and Megan and I rebuilt her over 8 months, pretty much working on it every day. It was our first time ever renovating anything, so we learnt a lot there, and it has also been our first time living in a caravan ever.
Yeah, we've been living in here for 3 months now, so I feel like we've learnt a lot over that time as well. So we figured today's video is going to be helpful for not only people maybe shopping around for a caravan to learn from our mistakes, but also if you're going to be doing a rebuild like we did. It might be a little bit helpful for you as well.
Yes,
so,
it definitely will be.
Let's get started. First thing we hate about Myrtle. So let's just backtrack a little bit and just say, hate is a very strong word, and we don't hate anything about you, Myrtle. Please don't fall down on us because we know that's a possibility. But one of the main things that we do love about Myrtle is her bathroom. But that being said, there's a few things that we would definitely change about it. And I think the first thing is possibly the size. It's just a little bit too cramped, but as you will know, the wall came up to the window and the bed came up to the other wall.
We wanted to keep it all symmetrical, kind of, if you could use that word. And that's what we did, and we quickly realised that the toilet is, like, when you're in there, you're pretty much in the whole bathroom. Yeah,
it's a little bit awkward to access. In order to even use the toilet, you have to step over it and straddle it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much of a mental picture for you guys.
It's a bit annoying, but it's doable, and I wish we had made it so that we pulled our toilet out.
Yes.
Instead of it always sitting in there.
Which, if you guys did follow along with the build, you know that was our original idea, but we just got to the point where we were sort of sick of trying to learn new skills, and the toilet slide just seemed like a huge project at the time.
So biggest takeaway is build a bigger bathroom next time. And we will always put a bathroom in a caravan. No matter.
100%. I feel like I probably should have prefaced with that as well. Always need to say thank you to you guys for the fact that we even have a bathroom in the first place.
We should write thank you on the wall. Yeah. Another thing related to the bathroom is I wish I had insulated the piping that runs to the sink to the front here and all the piping behind the wall of the bathroom, because sometimes, I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is. We haven't done something correct in it. We haven't put an accumulator pressure valve in it, and it jackhammers. So if you could just imagine, you know, sometimes when you turn your hot water off at home and your pipes in the walls bang against each other, that's what's happening. So that can be incredibly annoying, especially when we know there's someone next to us and they can hear it.
Yeah.
So I would have insulated all the piping properly so that doesn't happen. And also, I wish I had put a P-trap in the piping of where the water exits the caravan to go to the grey water tank, because we can smell grey water coming back up through that drain in the bathroom. We don't have
nasty.
It can get pretty nasty. So we just tend to plug that now when we can smell it. So there's that we would have done, and insulated the piping.
Yeah, also I feel like we would probably have gone for a composting toilet as well if the funds had allowed by the time we moved into the caravan. Now we're very used to, you know, the chemical toilet, but we do have to dump it every 4 days.
4 or 5 days, yeah.
Which can be a little bit annoying for Jack, because that's his job.
But anyway.
Again, relating to bathroom type things and water, we said it before, but one of the first things we learned very quickly was that our 110 litres of water was probably not quite enough for us to stay off grid as we like to do.
People told us this, and I ignored them. Of course, being stubborn.
Jack knows best.
And it was also a weight thing. I was afraid of going way overweight. So, yeah, like Megan said, 110 litres, nowhere near enough. That's what's been bringing us back to town.
Yeah. And
the grey water would have put a bigger grey water as well. But, I mean, it's okay.
Doable.
It's doable.
It's livable. Yeah.
4 or 5 days if we could probably go 6 days if we don't have a shower.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
We used to do that in the Troopy. Now we've just got spoiled with having hot showers all the time.
We're tending to have a lot of showers, so it's probably ourselves killing it.
But it's great.
It is the best.
Okay, hello from the future, from Myrtle's dining area / living area / editing area, which is another thing that we are loving about our caravan, but more on that later. I just want to take a quick minute to say thank you to the paid partner of today's video, BetterHelp. We honestly might not even be here enjoying life in Myrtle if not for their continued support of the channel, so we're very grateful. I have spoken in the past about how I personally have struggled with anxiety and depression, but you really don't need to have a clinical mental health diagnosis to benefit from speaking to a therapist. Sometimes it's just great to have a safe space to say what's on your mind, whether it be stress, worries, relationship issues, without any fear or judgment. I like to see therapy now as something that just provides me with the tools that I need to live life with more positivity and also to manage my emotions in a healthy way. The reason that BetterHelp works so well with our lifestyle is that it's 100% online, and if I need to, I can jump on a call in the middle of the Australian outback. Also because it allows you to communicate with your therapist in a way that's most comfortable for you, so that could be a video chat, a phone call, or even messaging. If you are keen to check out BetterHelp for yourself, you can use the link that's in our video description below, and that's betterhelp.com/Jack and Megan. And after a quick questionnaire, you can be matched with a therapist, usually within a couple of days. And one of the best features of BetterHelp is that it's super easy to switch therapist if your first therapist, for whatever reason, doesn't feel like the right fit. Seeking therapy is a sign of courage and self-awareness, so do not see it as a weakness, guys. It takes a lot of courage to acknowledge that you might need a little bit of extra help and to take the steps to improve your mental health. So if you think that you would benefit from a therapy session, give BetterHelp a try. Again, the link is in our description, and that also gives you 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. So another thing that we really struggled with in the build process was the cabinetry. We just found it so difficult. So again, a lot of things was just us trying to cut corners and just get to that end result as fast as possible. So one thing that we did not do in our caravan was RV latches, which is something that you really need to account for when you're at that start of the cabinetry process. You need to sort of cut in and really plan ahead for it, which we just wanted to get the cabinets done.
And we just didn't know either.
Yeah.
But in saying that, none of the cabinets have opened. I don't know if you can see that, but we have got a little latch here because this drawer does open.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
You can probably just see that on the camera right now, but the only problem we've had is this drawer opening. That's why we put a latch there. And the second one, none of the cupboards and doors have opened. Maybe that wardrobe once when we went off-road, which is totally fine. The only time these front drawers in our kitchen have opened is when we're going up steep hills in New South Wales.
Yeah, and they're out of this
and
world,
they are insane. We can take off really quick and nothing opens. So we haven't put latches on there yet. So I don't think we're going to.
Maybe like after a few years of the drawers, you know, because the Troopy ones started to go a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it's something we need to think about for the future. But if we were to do it over again, we would have planned for RV latches at the beginning. And
while we're on that, I would have used better wood, and I would have, like, our wood is, it's warping now. The faces of the wood is warping because we use thin wood for our doors and drawers.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do that again. Yeah. So I'd use a much better quality wood.
While we're also on the cabinetry, our wardrobe solution is not the best. I just ran out and grabbed one of those hanging shelf things from Kmart, and it's just completely gone.
I would have built shelving in the wardrobe, and that would have fixed all the problems we're having with
I think we still want to do that.
We're going to do it, or we'll go to IKEA and buy a shelf, something like that, and chuck it in there.
Yeah.
There's that as well.
Okay, our kitchen, I feel like we absolutely love pretty much everything about our kitchen.
We nailed it.
I think we nailed it, and then that extra bench space, it's brilliant. One thing that we would do differently is having some sort of exhaust fan over there beside the cooktop, or maybe moving this fan closer.
Which we were told to do, once again. But with this fan, it was really the only place we could do it with where our solar was going. So, I don't know. We're dealing with it with the no exhaust fan. We just open the door up and open a couple windows and it's fine. Yeah. But I wish we had put one in, just like Megan said. Okay, so our next problem is dust. Once again, we were told about it. Completely ignored it. We kind of knew it would happen. We
had those issues with the Troopy and we were like, we'll be fine. This can't be that
bad. But it's pretty bad. But really the only place it comes in is the door and the rear windows. And the reason it comes in the rear windows is because we never sealed them properly, and the door as well. Yeah. So,
but the rear window we never sealed properly because it was chock full of silicone from the previous owner. Yeah.
So yeah, dust is a problem. Dust suppression fan for sure would have been a good idea.
How does that work? Where do you put it?
I kind of indents into the side of your caravan. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
But yeah, we're not going into that.
I feel like another thing that we have just added as well that you guys said we would need, that we were like, we'll be fine because we survived 3 years in the Troopy, was an air conditioner.
Yes.
And we
Game
are
changer.
loving it. It's
I think
so good.
it might be because we work in the caravan quite a bit.
Yeah,
But-
which we didn't really have as much work on in the back of the Troopy, so maybe that's how we survived so long.
But it has been amazing. I would recommend it for sure.
A couple of things that are a little bit unique to Myrtle and our build. First of all, we, as we said, put a whole lot of blood, sweat and tears into it, so we're a little bit afraid to get her dinged, get her scratched, take her, you know, we've taken her to some pretty crazy places.
Yeah, and it's like we really want to go to those places, but we're like, well, what if she breaks?
And also coming back to the fact that she's really not a fully off-road caravan, which, yeah, again, going back to the Troopy days, probably got a bit too used to that kind of travel, so we got to bring it back with old Myrtle, and she's our baby, and we're very scared of damaging
Like,
her.
I find myself taking her down tracks and then realise, oh shit, I can't do that. And then we're already down the track. I don't think about
And then
it.
we're going to come back.
I'm going to reverse back out. But, I mean, she'll probably take it, but because we put so much effort into it, it kind of kills us when we...
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
And, like, I know how hard painting a caravan is. I know how hard putting new suspension on is and all that kind of stuff. And it is a bit hard taking it down those harder tracks. So that's something we don't really like about it, but her character makes up for it.
Another thing that is a little bit unique to Myrtle, but might apply to you as well, don't buy a weird acrylic cheap mirror off the internet. It is so warped. It's so weird, but it's quite funny at the same time. We get some pretty funny glimpses of each other when I'm sitting here and Jack's sitting there.
Yeah, and big tip as well, in saying that, get a full-size mirror.
A full-length mirror, even
Best
though
thing ever.
it is kind of like a circus mirror, it is amazing.
Yeah, and then the next one is east to west bed. It's amazing, a little bit hard to make, but I would still do it again.
I reckon it's easier to make than I expected, but just the fact that I love having a nice looking bed and it just never looks perfect. Always got a bit of a bulge at the bottom and a bit of a but it's fine.
It is nice, and like I said, I'll 100% do that again.
Yeah, well, it's the only way we could have fit a queen size bed and having a full queen bed.
Yeah.
I feel like I say it every week, but it's great.
Another thing I forgot about is our sink. I put it in the corner there.
Yeah.
I would have moved it over a little bit, but we can't do that because our drawers are in the way.
Yeah, but I guess now with some like forward thinking, we would sort of know a bit better how to plan these things, because at that stage we were like, okay, here's how our cabinets are going to go. And then we're like, oh crap, we need a sink. Where's it going to go? It can only go there.
Yes, so we had to stick it there.
Yes.
Also, wish I had put exterior lighting around the whole exterior of the car just for safety reasons at night. If I hear something...
We live in a caravan now, not a car.
Yeah, what's that meant to mean?
You said around the car.
Did I say car?
Yeah.
A classic. I meant caravan. Just for safety reasons, in case, you know, like a Bigfoot comes up or something like that.
Jack has got really into the Yowie
Yowies
rabbit hole.
and Bigfoots. They're very frequently seen around New South Wales, apparently. But no, all jokes aside, exterior lighting for obviously sitting outside the caravan at night and safety reasons, because it is very good peace of mind to just have some bright lights that you can flick on
And that was always the thing when we were living in the Troopy. We had light switches up in our bed. So if we ever heard anything weird at night, we could just go boop.
Yep. And it was just nice peace of mind.
Yeah, so that would be good.
But other than that, guys, blackout blinds. I would have put blackout blinds.
No.
For certain occasions.
Yeah, but I think maybe we just need the ones that like stick up on the window and we can keep in a cupboard since we've got all the storage space.
Fly screens.
Yeah, that too.
We forgot fly screens. So, well, we didn't forget, we just didn't like the look of them, but I'll put fly screens next time because, well, not anymore because we got the aircon, but it was getting hot in here.
Yeah.
Not opening the windows because the flies were coming in. So yeah, we don't really hate too much about the caravan, do we?
No.
It's all pretty good, guys.
We love her so much.
Yeah, just
a few things would change.
Yeah, just the suspension setup. I wish I had an off-road setup, but it would have been so expensive, so yeah.
So, a few things that we do love about Myrtle and some things you should definitely put in your own caravan or have in your own caravan that you're buying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I reckon this will help if you're building a caravan with a company right now. These tips might help.
Yeah.
Take them away and go tell them to put these in.
100%. So, like we said already, full-size bed, amazing. We always thought that there was just a trade-off from the Troopy days. Okay, cool, we get to see Australia and that's amazing, but you know, you got to make some sacrifices.
Put the biggest bed you
You
can.
don't have to. You can sleep good and see Australia.
I was so against it at the start, but once I slept in it, do not get a small bed, guys. Get the biggest bed you can fit because you'll be so much more comfortable. So next one on the list is
a bathroom.
Oh yeah, we already said it. You
Yes.
gotta put a bathroom.
And again, thank you.
Yeah. Even if you can't put a hot water shower, make some kind of place where you can put a toilet in there.
Yeah, and a bit of separation.
Make a little compartment where you can maybe pop up your toilet cubicle like what we've done and have a toilet in there because it is very nice to wake up in the middle of the night and have a toilet there if you need to go.
Yeah.
Especially for Megan as well. It helps.
Well, that's another plus for us having your east to west bed. Surprisingly, we never ever do get up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet. So I feel like that's the main thing that people said when we said we were going to do an east to west bed. They're like, oh, that's going to be so annoying when you have to go to the toilet in the middle of the night. But we don't. Maybe we're severely dehydrated. I don't know.
No, we just got our body clocks good. Because we're sleeping so good on our bed.
The other main thing that we love about Myrtle, and we actually said no to the other caravans because of this thing, is look at all this natural light, guys.
Yes.
She's amazing. We have so many windows, and then we even put in holes in our roof and a skylight so that we can have even more light.
Yeah.
And every single day, sunset, sunrise, when the sun comes in, hits my disco ball. Amazing. Makes me happy.
So the tip is put as many windows as you can.
Yeah.
And utilise the skylights because they're amazing.
It just makes you feel good, especially when, if you're like us and you do work on the road and you're just cooped up all day. You don't have to sit in the dark. You can have natural light all day long and it's amazing.
And all the people we've met so far that have caravans, they all say, like a lot of them do put a lot of windows in and they're all so happy with it. They don't regret it. So what's next?
Our charging drawer.
Yes.
Another one very unique to working on the road maybe, although even if you're not working on the road, it's just so useful to have somewhere to put your stuff.
It's massive and it gets so messy, but I love it.
And also it's just like one of those van life things, no matter what you're traveling in, if it's a van, a caravan, a troopy, just having somewhere where your stuff can live is key because it is so easy for things to just be everywhere and even just a few things out can make your whole space feel chaotic and untidy. So
yes, it's been very nice doing that. We're very happy we did that. Wardrobe. Get a full-size wardrobe in your caravan if you can. It is amazing.
Do you know what else has actually been very good as well? Is having a bedside table, which I didn't think we would utilise so much, but it's just so handy to have.
It's very good.
Because we got so used to obviously not having anything in the troopy. Yeah. So we figured we could live without it, but it has been so handy.
Bed head along the bed top as well, so good. We just put our water bottle up there at night.
Yeah, and also the storage in it. I think that was another thing I was about to touch on, how much storage space we do have in Myrtle. Yeah. It's great. Make sure you got a lot of storage.
So bed head, bedside table, stand-up wardrobe. We've met a lot of people that have come in to see the caravan and they all go, oh my God, you have a stand-up wardrobe. And we're like, oh my God, that's not normal. So think about it if you're building a caravan. See if they can put it in for you.
Oh, you can do it yourself.
Now this one we had fights about.
Disagreements.
Megan wanted a small fridge. I wanted a big one. I'm so happy we did a big one. And
yeah,
so is
but
Megan.
why did we want a small one? It was just, you know, so to keep that continuation of the bench top so that it looked nicer. And also, again, we went with a small fridge for 3 years, so I felt like, you know,
we could do
it's whatever. But yes,
absolutely
definitely glad that he won the disagreement because it's so good having a big fridge. We can stock up for like a week.
Yeah, we can fit a lot in there, and it has a freezer as well, and it's not even camping anymore, to be honest.
It's really nice.
It's not camping, but it's really nice to have it, and yeah, put a big fridge if you can. Don't go for a small one if you don't have to. So think about that.
Again, another very luxurious, non-campy thing is both the air conditioner and the diesel heater.
The diesel heater, do it. Don't even think about it. It's so cheap to run, uses no power. Definitely do it.
And to think those are the last two things that we added to our caravan was the diesel heater and then just recently the air conditioner because we thought we'd be fine without it. But I honestly don't think that we would be here in the eastern states at all. We wouldn't have gone to South Australia if not for the diesel heater. We would have just been booking it north, trying to get into some warmth because when we first left home it was very chilly in the mornings.
Yeah, so diesel heater saved us there. But yeah, think about it. And if you can do it, do it. Electrical system. You gotta get as many amps and as much solar. Actually, solar's more important. On the roof and in your caravan.
Or a blanket if you don't have the roof space as well.
So I think with the electrical system, we just nailed it. 400 amps, 1200 watts of solar. And I reckon we could even get away with 200 or 300 amps. The solar saved us. Put as much solar as you can because we have had no problems.
It's just so strange to us.
It's so...
Considering we would... If I had to do a full day's editing, not even running an induction cooktop, not even running an air fryer, we would have to go for a drive in the Troopy days. But now I can edit all day, run an air fryer, run an induction cooktop, run an air conditioner. What?
And we do hot water system as well for the shower, which we're using every day. We're using everything every day. We're not even worrying about it. Like we got 70 amps coming in now. It's charging the batteries, which is just insane. So yes, as much solar as you can, and put a pretty decent electrical system in your caravan because it just takes the worrying away and you can enjoy what you're doing more.
Exactly. We would have to be rushing from place to place so often in the Troopy, and a lot of that was to do with charge and also comfort.
So yeah, it's been pretty good, guys.
Another thing that was kind of an afterthought that we're very glad that we did do was putting little charging points everywhere throughout the caravan. At the time, we were like, no, we need this space to disconnect from electronics a little bit, and then that's why we did the drawer so we can put things away.
We would have regretted that.
Yes, now we're very glad that we have charging points beside our bed, and we even kind of want one in the dining room now as well.
Because we're putting Megan's laptop on charge and it's going across the dining room.
And Jack trips over it every day.
So that's going to rip the laptop off at some stage for sure. So yeah, think about chargers for your iPhones. That's the main thing we use them for.
Yeah, but also I feel like when we were looking at newer caravans to get inspiration for Myrtle, so one of the things that we always saw throughout tours and things was, oh, there's a PowerPoint here and a PowerPoint here, and we were sitting there going, why do you need that many PowerPoints?
Now
That's
we
stupid.
understand.
But yeah, they're actually really handy to have. So
think about that.
The main thing that I love about Myrtle is her character.
Oh yeah, she's a beauty.
I feel like all the little quirks that we have spoken about, you know, things are a little bit wonky, cupboards that are a little bit hard to get into, that just adds to her character. But I love...
We don't have a bloody choice.
We love the colours, we love the wood panelling, and so, you know, if that's something that you value, definitely look for something like that.
And even if you're like trying to spice up your caravan, even if you can't like change the colour of your drawers and your cupboards and your bench tops and all that, add some plants around, I don't know, spice it up a bit. You know?
I feel like that is one of the keys to longevity for life on the road, because it can be a little bit challenging sometimes. I feel like if you just make every space feel 100% like your home and make it your own, then it's a little bit more comfortable to live in, and you can stay on the road for longer.
Put a cocktail bar in your caravan. And never use it like we do.
We have to use that tonight.
We've got to use it. But yeah, there's some negatives and positives about the caravan. I think an old caravan like this is always going to have problems, no matter what you do. Like, think about the cladding on the exterior of the caravan. It's 51 years old. It's going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart. Like, we're always going to be fixing it. So anyway, it's actually amazing that we've taken this caravan from one side of Australia to this side of Australia, New South Wales here, and it's actually stayed together. But anyway, it's amazing. We would highly recommend going out and rebuilding one of these if you have the space and time to do it.
Or designing one completely to your own preference. So.
Yeah, it's been amazing. So I guess we're officially caravanners.
100%.
And we love it. And it was the best decision ever. So if you're looking at buying a caravan, buy one.
Now we get awkward because we know it's the end of the video.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
We hope that was helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time.